Love is strange, isn't it? It promises warmth, safety, and belonging. Yet, it also hides shadows, contradictions, and secrets that can tear us apart. Especially in relationships, the human mind behaves in paradoxical ways that seem to make no sense, yet secretly govern why we fall in love, why we stay, and why we walk away. Tonight, we dive into 5 chilling paradoxes about women, men, and relationships. Paradoxes that reveal darker corners of human psychology. If you think love is simple, watch closely, because by the end, you might question everything you believe about it. They say love is a game of chance. But what if I told you that mathematics has already written the rules? Imagine you are 21, standing at the edge of the dating pool. Every new face, every conversation, every spark could be won. But here comes the cruel whisper of logic. If you want the best partner, the most compatible soul, you should reject the first 37% of the people you meet. Cold, calculated, almost algorithmic. This is called the dating paradox, or the 37% rule. The formula sounds simple. Pass on the early ones, then commit to the very next person who is better than all the rest. Supposedly, that gives you the highest chance of ending up with the best possible partner. But the moment you hear it, fear begins to creep in. Because love is not a spreadsheet. Love is not math. What happens if you meet someone extraordinary in that rejection zone? Someone who makes your pulse race. Someone who feels like home. Do you walk away, believing the formula will deliver someone better? And what if better never comes? That thought lingers like a ghost. The image of the one you let slip through your fingers, all because of probability. On the other side, wait too long, and the game turns cruel. Options dry up, time runs out. Suddenly, you're not choosing from the best. You're settling for whoever is left. The paradox is merciless. If you act too soon, regret will chase you. If you wait too long, loneliness will. And so the dating paradox is not really about numbers. It is about the quiet terror that we may have already met our soulmate and walked past them without knowing. Jealousy, it creeps in quietly. A flicker of unease when someone laughs a little too long with your partner. A pang when a glance lingers where it shouldn't. We tell ourselves we want loyalty, devotion, exclusivity. And yet, deep down, part of us secretly craves validation from others. Here lies the paradox. We fear losing our loved one to someone else. And at the same time, we feel a strange thrill when others desire them. It is a twisted satisfaction, proof that we have chosen wisely, proof that we are worthy, proof that what we have is precious. Imagine sitting in a cafe. Your partner talks to someone across the room. You notice the way they lean in, laugh, smile. A shiver runs down your spine. Part of you wants to storm over, claim them, demand attention. Another part of you watches quietly, almost savoring the attention, feeling a subtle surge of pride. This duality, love and fear, desire and envy, gnaws at the edges of the mind. The more you try to control it, the more it consumes you. Jealousy can be a dangerous game. It can drive people to obsession, to arguments, to sleepless nights. And yet, it can also bind relationships in ways no one admits aloud. People stay together, not because they are entirely secure, but because the jealousy itself creates a magnetic tension, a need, a reminder of value. The jealousy paradox is a shadow lurking in every relationship, every social media post, every fleeting interaction. It is a constant test of trust and control. And perhaps the most terrifying truth is this. We do not merely fear losing love. We fear losing the sense of being desired. In the end, jealousy is not just about love. It is about the fragile ego. It is about the delicate balance between pride and passion. It whispers a dark question into the night. Do you love them? Or do you simply need to know that others do too? We are all drawn to mystery, to scarcity, to the thrill of something just out of reach. In the world of dating, this truth becomes almost a cruel game. A woman who plays hard to get suddenly seems more valuable. A man who doesn't reply immediately, who keeps his distance, becomes more intriguing. Desire blooms in absence. Curiosity grows where attention is withheld. But here lies the cruel paradox. If both people play hard to get, nothing happens at all. Two potential lovers stare across the room, each waiting, each hesitating, each afraid of rejection. The spark that could ignite a lifetime of connection fades, unnoticed, unclaimed. Opportunity slips through their fingers like smoke. Imagine the tension, every glance, every small gesture loaded with unspoken meaning, every pause, every delay, measured, calculated. The fear of seeming desperate battles, the excitement of attraction, and all the while, the mind races with questions. Will they approach? Do they even notice me? Or have I already missed my chance? The how to get paradox is not just a dating tactic. It is a mirror of human desire itself. Attraction thrives on distance, yet relationships thrive on closeness. Too much mystery, and connection is impossible. Too much openness, and intrigue disappears. We crave both, yet these needs are constant odds. The danger is subtle, insidious. You might win admiration, envy, attention, and still end up alone. Desire without fulfillment becomes a haunting echo. The thrill of the chase can replace the warmth of love. And in the end, the paradox whispers a dark truth. The more we try to manipulate attraction, the more we risk losing what we truly seek. So, we remain caught in the dance, teasing, holding back. The how to get paradox is not just about dating. It is about every moment we desire someone or something and hesitate to reach out. And the question lingers, quietly, how many chances have we already let slip away, simply by waiting? Modern love is a delicate, often terrifying balance. Both men and women desire freedom, independence, personal growth. Intimacy demands the opposite. To truly love, to truly connect, we must depend. We must trust. We must allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We must hand over pieces of our hearts, knowing they can be broken. And that is frightening, terrifying even, because dependence is not weakness. It is exposure. It is a quiet surrender to uncertainty. Imagine a couple sitting together, sharing silence. Both are successful, strong, independent. Both fear losing control. Both want love, yet both hold back. The very thing they crave is closeness. To lean on someone is to risk betrayal. To open up is to risk heartbreak. And so they dance around each other. The paradox is stark. Love demands surrender, but independence demands freedom. The more walls we build around our hearts, the safer we feel, and yet, the lonelier we become. The moment we lower those walls, even a little, love floods in, but so does fear. The fear of rejection, the fear of loss, the fear that we have given too much, too soon. This paradox lives in every relationship, every quiet moment of doubt, every whispered conversation at night. It is the tension between wanting and fearing, between needing and resisting. And the darker truth, some of us will never fully surrender, never fully love, because the cost feels too high. The independence-dependence paradox is a shadow over every human connection. It whispers questions we rarely admit. Can I be myself and still belong to someone? Can I let someone in without losing who I am? Or will the very act of loving destroy the freedom I hold so dear? Once upon a time, love was simple. You met people in school, in your neighborhood. Options were limited. Decisions felt natural. Commitment was easier because choice was scarce, and each opportunity carried weight. Life itself enforced selectivity. But today, the rules have changed. Endless profiles, endless options, endless possibilities, all a swipe away. You'd think more choice would make finding love easier. But here lies the paradox. The more options we have, the harder it is to commit. The more we can choose from, the less satisfied we feel with any single choice. Imagine scrolling late at night. Each profile presents a potential connection. Each one hints at excitement, mystery, and yet, each choice carries the hidden burden of what if. What if there is someone better just around the corner? What if you settle now and miss the ultimate match later? Fear and doubt creep in. Curiosity becomes anxiety. Desire becomes hesitation. This paradox does not just exist in dating apps. It exists in every relationship where we weigh options, compare partners, and question our decisions. Commitment becomes terrifying because every yes feels like a permanent loss of infinite maybes. And so, we linger in indecision, haunted by potential, afraid to miss out. The choice paradox reveals a dark truth about modern love. Abundance can be its own trap. Opportunity becomes paralysis. Freedom becomes anxiety. The more people we can love, the harder it is to love anyone. We chase perfection, yet perfection may never exist. And sometimes, in the endless search, we may never actually commit at all. Darkness lurks in every heart, and these paradoxes are just the beginning. If you thought this was chilling, wait until you see the next 5 mind-bending dark psychology paradoxes. Click now. Dive deeper and face the truths most people are too afraid to see.